I don't believe you're ready for this. Are you ready for this? We'd like to capture your mind right now. Take you a little bit higher.
We would like to invite each of you to come and go with us. And perhaps you'll see a side of life that you've never seen.
We made it this far. Ain't no looking back. We made it this far. We run the map. And we are circle of winners. Circle of winners. Winner circle. Circle of winners. Circle of winners. Winner circle.
Right now, I'm inside the studio. You guys are on. All right, Fox, I'm about to holler at you in a minute. We're about to get up here and get it popping, all right? Oh. Come on, get back in. Oh, what's going on? All right. All right, let's do this presentation. Get it out of here.
We made it this far. Ain't no looking back. We made it.
There we go. All right, y'all, it's your man Barry Bonds, and we are in here for today, Thursday, October 9th. Now, this month is going to fly past you so quickly that you won't even see it. It is going to just hit you like boom. Okay. All right. So what I got to get out of here? Delete scene. We back. All right, we back. Somebody called. Can't stop that. I'm trying to figure out why. Why am I not being seen here? Show on stage. There we go. Bang. All right. We here. Let's get it. All right, show. So check it, man. It is Thursday, October 10th or 9th. There we go. It's October 9th. And for today, we are here in the cut right now. I got my co-host Foxy down here trying to get more attention. I think she wants more camera time. Y'all want Foxy to have more camera time. If you do, put a 1 in the chat. One in the chat. If you don't, put a 2 in the chat. I can tell her to go beat it. All right. We got a few things to talk about, and I'm glad that you guys are tapping in with me. As I said before, sometimes you just got to start it. You've been talking about doing it. You've been wanting to do it, and you just got to start it. And this is what I'm doing. We just starting, going for it. We're not going to have a lot of fanfare at first. Probably nobody will tune in, but hey, whatever. You'll catch me on the replay. You know what I'm saying? You'll catch me on the replay. So there's a few things going on right now in the world. We have Trump doing his thing out there, Chicago, in Illinois, in Memphis, as well as in Los Angeles. Now, for some strange reason, in Chicago, Mayor Brandon Johnson. It's always some damn Johnsons. It's always some damn Johnsons. I don't understand it. It seems like every problematic person, last name is Johnson. For some reason. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's my wife's last name. Very problematic person. You know what I'm saying? You know, nah, shout out to her. But yeah, it's very problematic because homeboy doesn't think that what he's doing is wrong. You know, he's like, oh no, we got a anti-ice zone and no ice zone. No, 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 no. This is what we're doing here, and I'm just gonna just lay this out for you guys, quiet flight, so you can understand what I'm saying. The only reason, and I repeat, the only reason that we are going through a government shutdown is because the Democrats want to sneak in healthcare for illegals. And I hope somebody will try to prove me wrong on that. Please, because if you are, I really need you to bring facts. I need you to bring receipts, okay? Because when they say healthcare for all, first of all, Obamacare really decimates small businesses. And I don't think you guys know that. I think you guys are still in, oh, what coulda, shoulda, woulda be land. All right, we're not living in what coulda, shoulda be land. We're living in this is how it is, this is how this works land. All right, and so we're trying to be sustainable. We're trying to make sure that people are able to run their businesses and be profitable so that they can take care of their families and create and turn a wage or turn a profit. But when you have healthcare that is mandated that everybody has to, you know, pay for. I mean, there's some small businesses that are so small they can't even really pay for it. They really can't. It costs too much for them to operate. You know, think about that PTO and all of these things. Trust me, I've seen a lot of you guys, and this is where perception and reality jumps in. Perception and reality jumps in, where the perception of it is, oh man, everybody's just so hard working. They going in there to make a difference, and they just hard working. But the reality is, nah, you're by the water cooler talking about last night, the day before. You're either at your desk on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Bigo, Facebook, or YouTube doing nothing. Or, as I've seen even on TikTok, there's some people that are even doing their whole shift on TikTok. I was just on TikTok a minute ago, just scrolling through, and it's some chick that's working at Church's Fried Chicken, and she's preparing chicken while she got her live up. Yeah, so you're not getting quality work. You're not getting, someone that's coming in there that's focused on knocking the work out. You're not. It's not happening. And I think that's what a lot of Americans. So when they're talking about, oh, Americans are hard working, and no, I'm gonna tell you the facts. Americans are lazy. Want to get paid, want everything that comes with it, but don't want to do the work. And I'll be real, is that when you start off at a job, I've seen it so many times because I used to be a district manager for Dollar General, and I had over 28 stores. All right. So when I had to hire people, the first thing they would ask, how many off days, how many PTO days, and what is, the process or the policy before that you can call off before you get fired? All the time, that question would come up, and I wouldn't even ask it. I wouldn't even bring it up. I would wait for them to bring it up. And that let me know right then and there that, oh, okay, that's what you're worried about? All right, bet, I get it. You're not here to work. You're just here to, collect a check, hide off somewhere in the aisles or whatnot, and do nothing. But that's the sad fact. That's how it is. That's how it is. So whenever we start talking about this, we got to start. Oh man, can't really hear me over the music. Oh man, let me turn this music off then. Hold up. Get rid of this music. Right. Shut up, music. There we go. How was that? That's my producer, Sade. Everybody, give Sade a hand. That's my producer, my executive producer. I'm trying to bring her out of retirement. I get it. She's had a baby. She got married. What's up, Cam? But hey, what I'm saying? The streets need you. All right, they need you. They need you to help me bring this real information. Okay, so you're gonna have to come out of retirement, get your jersey, bring it out the rafters. I heard you even on here trying to sing. All right, so you might have to bring that, back into effect as well. Might have you just sing my intro song. We might just have to do it. All right, so, but what I was saying is reality and perception. The perception is that people are hardworking, square dealing, and honest. The reality is that they're not. And I hate to bring it to you if you didn't know that. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. But let's be honest here. You know, people are hiding, just trying to just get paid, trying to get paid, doing nothing, to do nothing. So when we are in this situation, we are in this situation. Uh, Healthcare is a very real topic. Healthcare is very real because they want, through the Affordable Care Act or the Obamacare, they want you to be able to offer that, and they don't care, small business or not. They want you to be able to offer that. Now, that's going to cause some issues because not all business, and I'm saying this again, just because I think you guys probably didn't hear me the first time because of the music, but that's going to cause issues because not every business can pay for healthcare for all of their employees. At the end of the day, you're in business because you're trying to make a wage. You're trying to turn a profit. You're trying to scale, build the business. And you can't do that if, all of these things are, knocking at your door. All of these different overhead, bills are knocking at your door. Can't do it. Sorry. So we got to figure out a way. But in the bill, the bill that they're trying to pass, the Democrats wanted to sneak in Affordable Care Act and wanted to, quote unquote, save it, but they want that for all. And all means all. That means everybody. And Republicans aren't going. They're like, nah, we're not going. It's not happening. You're not about to sit here and run us, drag us, just so that you can take care of some people that aren't supposed to be here. Now my official stance on the illegals, to be honest with you, is that, hey, until I can go over to England, Paris, or Italy and just hop off the plane and say, hey, where's my apartment, my free apartment? Where is my debit card that's going to be supplied with money monthly so I can buy food? Where's my free healthcare? Okay. And where's my protection for me being here? Until I can do that, nah, you got to go. I'm not even tripping. You got to go. I don't care who you are. You got to go. Because we can't get that same type of provisions, those same type of provisions, in other countries. We can't get that. We can't get that. So I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I'm not even entertaining it. Sorry, you got to go. I'm sorry, sir, ma'am, but you have to go. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, you. You with the burrito, please put it down. Come on, come with me. Don't try to fight the ICE officers, please. All right, because they will bite. And to be honest with you, they need to bring, like my man, Minister Jap say, Officer Cujo out of retirement so he can start, getting people in the right frame of mind to be deported back to their home state. Now, on the lighter side of things, my man, President Trump, he said, look, just self-deport. It's all good. I'll self-deport you. Just self-deport. We can do that. I don't understand why you all haven't agreed to just self-deport. He's offering money. He's offering $1,000. Come on, man. Just self-deport. Why not? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Just self-deport. And I'm telling you, you'll be a lot better off. A lot better off. But I'm going to pull up something real quick for you guys to check out. Okay, as soon as I can get my right. As soon as I can get the right. Damn, have y'all ever had it where you can't get into any of like what your password is, but for some reason you can't get in there? I mean, it's very annoying. It really is. It's super annoying. See, why? What happened? You must enter it in connection with this account, create a free. No, hold on. Oh, you know what? Capital. There we go. Damn. I don't understand this, man. I really don't. This is wild. I was just in this the other day. Maybe I need to go to another set. But that is the reason why, just to get back to it, I'm trying to stay focused. That is the reason why the government is shut down, is because they want to add in all of these others. And that's just not how we're doing. Now, I understand that you got Antifa out here doing protests. Okay. You got them encouraging people to step in the way of ICE agents when they're trying to apprehend somebody. That's not smart. It's not smart at all. So if you guys want to be, unwise and try to step in and do that, then go ahead. Go ahead. Test your luck. Try your luck. It's not going to work out good for you. It isn't. And it's a very stupid thing to do, because we need to be worried about ourselves. And that's the problem with Black folks, is that we don't worry about ourselves enough. We don't think about us and the problems that we have. I go back and forth with my homie, Al Rosser. Shout out to Al. What's going on, Al? I'll be cooking you, bro. You're light skinned. You look like me right now, because I done cooked you so much. For real. You are sauteed. But I go back and forth with him all the time. He's a liberal guy, pray for him. But the thing is that Black folks are always thinking about what others are thinking about them. Who cares? Okay. Get your internal issues together. That's my thing. Get your internal issues together. Internal issues that we have is that, one, we got a lot of violence going on in our community, a lot that we don't like to discuss, and we really like to try to play a blind eye to. Like, we'll sit up here and pump and promote all of this gang violence all day, all this gang, throwing up all these signs and whatnot. But then once something happens, we'll start to say Black Lives Matter. But then once we try to find the assailant or the suspect, we'll say we're not snitching. Come on, Black folks, make up your mind. What are we doing? Do we care about our people, or do we not care about our people? All right. Until we get to the point where we are so against those street mentalities that pretty much produce and create all of the crime and dysfunction in our neighborhoods, until we're so against them that we're saying, okay, go ahead and do something. I dare you. I'm going to be on phone with Channel 9 News, with the local authorities. As soon as you pick that piece up, I'm going to be on the phone with them, letting them know who did it. Until we can get there, we're not going to see any improvement in the hood. And to be honest with you, most Black folks are just, hypocritical, because we'll sit here all day and say, oh, free so-and-so, free the guys, free so-and-so and so-and-so, when they're doing crimes that are directly affecting the neighborhood as well as our families in the neighborhood. Okay. I just saw a case of a young lady who had 5 kids who was killed downtown Cincinnati. This was back in August. And they got a clear picture of the guy, clear picture of him, face and everything, and can't bring him to justice. You know why? It's because people in the community are hiding him. They know exactly who it is. When they see dreadlocks, they see his face. They know exactly who it is, but they will not say anything because it's this dumb no snitching rule. And the dumb no snitching rule didn't even originate in Mother Africa. So it's not even indigenous to us. Okay? It's not even indigenous to us at all. It is Italian. It is one of the rules of Omerta. All right? They couldn't even follow it. They couldn't even follow it. Bravachi back in 57 went on and pretty much went and testified and told the whole story, everything. The whole story. And countless others have done the same thing over the years. So there goes your no snitching rule. So if you want to follow it the best while everybody else is pretty much giving it up, for a chicken sandwich or a cigarette or some Mountain Dew or something, then go ahead. But we got to stop that. We definitely got to stop allowing all of this dysfunction and crime in our neighborhoods. So you don't see Black Lives Matter nowhere. And then when you ask somebody about it, like, well, dang, somebody just got shot downtown. Where's Black Lives Matter at? Oh, okay. They just say, oh, well, it's not for that. It's not for that. Why isn't it? That's crazy. How isn't it not for that? That don't even make no sense. It's supposed to be for that. Supposed to be all for that. But hey, all of this shows me, and it showed me the other night when I was interviewing Kevin Farmer. For y'all who are out of state in different areas, you don't know, Kevin Farmer is a guy that's running for Cincinnati City Council, and he just broke down what the new hustle, the new scam, was that a lot of people, our people, are taking advantage of, and others, because it's just not our people, it's others as well, a lot of others. But it's nonprofits. Nonprofits are the new hustle. Everybody got a nonprofit now. Everybody has a nonprofit, and having a nonprofit is something that is like will allow you to be able to put together some pie in the sky initiative. Pie in the sky. What up, Dave? And from there, it'll allow you to be able to act like you're going to make whatever pie in the sky initiative come true or happen. And it's not that. It's not, because a lot of these nonprofits, they just do it just for the paper. All right. I've seen it personally, where you'll put together a nonprofit, it'll get funded, and then the initiators or the facilitators of the nonprofit, they'll put their cousins or their girlfriend or their homeboys on the board, like, oh, be on the board. And then from there, it's like they're just pretty much scheme money, put together some half-ass programs, like, all right, well, we got to do something. So come on, shit, let's do it. Let's do this. Put together some half-ass programs, and that's it. Seen it time and time again. And that seems to be what the new deal is. Now, I did hear that Cincinnati Mayor Aftab Piraval has a nonprofit that gets about $250,000 every year, like clockwork. And I wonder what he's doing. I wonder what he's doing with it. I wonder. What are you doing with it, Mr. Piraval? You're already the mayor. Okay. Uh-oh. Hold up. Let me check. My camera went out. There it is. What are you doing with it, buddy? You're already the mayor. What's going on? What you doing? So that's what we're trying to see. That seems to be the new hustle. Let's go ahead and get a hold on. I think that changed the lighting. Yeah, that changed. Oh man, this lighting is gonna be the death of me, man. I swear. Is that good? Is that lighting good? Where's my executive producer at? Where is she at? Sade, where are you at? I need to know if this lighting is good. What lighting is good? I do have a shadow behind me. I know shadows are not good. Is the lighting good? If the lighting is good, press 1 in the chat for me, please. Press 1 in the chat. Okay, there we go. Let me see what we're looking like. Got my auxiliary screen up. Got my auxiliary screen up. Okay. All right, not that bad. We don't look that dry. We still working it though, people. We still working it though, people. But yeah, that seems to be the new hustle. The new hustle seems to be being able to get out here and get you a what do you call it? A nonprofit. So remember, you heard it here first. Nonprofits, you put together an initiative. Say we're going to just, save the seals. Are we going to save the seals that are swimming in the city river. All right. Now from there, you have to write it up, have somebody, a good grant writer to write it up. And then from there, you got to just propose a whole bunch of stuff that you probably ain't going to do, probably not going to be able to do. And then after that, you'll get the city to fund you. Now, once the city funds you, that's when you'll have to, show and prove and start making sure. Now, just like the Susan G. Komen situation, they put pretty much 80% of the money into administrative salaries. So the administrator is making like millions of dollars, making millions of dollars a year to oversee the Susan G. Komen breast cancer fund. Now, trust me, breast cancer at that rate will never, ever find a cure. There will never be a cure for that. Trust me. And they're going to make sure. They're going to see to it. They're going to definitely see to it. Like, nah. Think about it. Breast cancer ended tomorrow. And then they found a cure and everybody was cured. How would she get her $20-something million? How much? How would he get that? Okay. You know what? I'll do you one better. Let's go. We're going to share screen time. Okay. We're going to share screen time.
Freak, are you kidding me?
Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little trip down Google Lane. How much does the CEO of the Susan G. Komen make a year? Okay. Okay, I see they're being a little stingy with the oh, look at this. So they try to hold it back. All right. $682,000. $682,000. All right. Now, that must be after they were outed, because when they were outed, we saw that she was making up to $20 million. Now, I don't know. I got to find my source on that to see where it was, but I see that they've scaled that back. They've scaled that back as far as the earnings, and it must have come right after this was put out, because, yeah, they were on blast. They put them on blast like crazy, on blast. So that must have been after that. But, hey, it is what it is. It definitely is what it is. So today's topics, we got a lot. I know I got off with, talking about the politics first and whatnot. But in business world, well, actually in sports, let's go sports. In sports, the Cincinnati Bengals have once again made a very dumb decision, and they have traded for quarterback veteran, 40-year-old Joe Flacco. How do you feel about that, B? I'm going to tell you how I feel about that. I feel like the Brown family continues to play with us. I feel like the Brown family is really playing with our emotions because they know that they are the only game in town. And since they're the only game in town, they feel that all they have to do is just put whatever product on the field, and we're just going to support it. And that's what it's going to be. And I'm sick of that. I really am. I'm sick of that happening because I don't feel like it should be that way. I don't. I think that, we need to figure something out here. Now, if y'all are so gung-ho on boycotting, like how we are. Hold on, gotta take this real quick. What's up? Talk to me. I mean, I probably am. Talk to me. Never busy for you, Playboy. What's good? Yeah. Bro, hold on. Give me 1 second, man. Give me 1 second. All right, y'all. My bad. My bad. The homie called. I had to answer. You know what I'm saying? You got the homies calling. You got to answer. Hold on. Where'd Bigo go? Okay, let's get Bigo back on here. Bang. There we go. All right, my man Anthony, that amp 8 minutes ago said the lighting is good for now, but we're gonna get you all the way together. That's what I'm talking about, man. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Brothers come together and whatnot so we can help each other out. So we can help each other out. That's how it's supposed to be. All right. Y'all see somebody trying to do something, help your boy out, man. Help your boy out. I get it. You know what? I probably don't share the same political views as you. Who cares? I'm still your brother. I'm still your brother. With everybody to be paying attention to all of the stuff that I say on, hold on, where am I at? Oh, okay, I'm on. Yeah. All the stuff that I say.
Those of y'all who don't know what.
Okay, live. There we go. All of the stuff that I say. There we go. We resumed it. All the stuff that I say about politics, y'all sure do come into my yard like crazy. Oh man, y'all come and y'all eat me up. Sometimes I'm up here fighting 10-1. 10-1. I'm just woo. All kind of just jabs I'm taking. Y'all want to take personal jabs. Y'all want to say stuff against me personally. I'm like, come on, man. It has nothing to do with the comment or with what we're talking about. Don't hit me with no personal blows because I don't do that. I don't do that. I maintain respect. I maintain respect for everybody. Don't disrespect me because I will crash out. I will. I don't like the disrespect. I do not like the disrespect for real. And I'm pretty big. I'm 6'4", 220, 230 pounds. So let's not do the disrespect. because I'm not scared at all. All right, I'm not. I'm from Lincoln Heights, Ohio. I'm not scared at all. You know what I'm saying? But let's just keep everything in a brotherly fashion so we can just continue to talk, discuss, in a brotherly way or a brotherly sisterly way. And all is good. All is good. But yeah, I'm trying to get the amp. I'm trying to get the color and everything, the lighting together, man. I think I just need a light box. If I get a light box and I can just put it overhead, I think that'll work better than what I got right now, which is this ring light, which is giving, it's giving some, I don't know, it's doing something. It's doing something. It's making me look flushed out over here, though. It might be my camera. My camera might be on portrait mode, so it's not really getting a real, crisp look. I do got iPhone 14, iPhone 16 right here that I can use as well. But I would love to be able to bring somebody up so we can talk, but I haven't set anything into motion like that. So right now we're just going to continue to build it while we fly it. All right. So where were we at? We were talking about the Bengals. So the Bengals just think that they can just bring on anything. They can bring on any product, and we're just supposed to accept it and say, hey, let's do it. Let's do it. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, this is what we're working with right here. All right. This is what we're working with. I'm going to show you this. This is what we're working with right here. This is the problem. Okay. And I'm going to spell it out to you. This is the problem we're dealing with. You see this? $90 years old. This man is 90 years old. Like, you're not even supposed to be driving at 90 years old. So they need to take all the reins away. Now, they say that they took the reins away and they gave it to his daughter, Katie Blackburn, who's 60 years old. Now, Katie Blackburn, let's pull her up. I really challenge Katie's understanding and intellect and football intelligence. Now, I know that she came up in a football household and whatnot. Okay, whatever. But just some of these latest moves are really, really just confusing me. It really is. While you had a Russell Wilson and a Jameis Winston, who pretty much everybody was screaming, oh, get Jameis, get Jameis. But then you go and get Joe Flacco, who was already put on the bench for the Browns, your divisional competitor or rival. Can't say rival because Pittsburgh will always be the rival, always. Shout out to Derek Angeletti, my guy, D-Dot. He's a big Pittsburgh fan. We don't like Pittsburgh. We like Derek, but we don't like Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? They're horrible. But that is the rival. And Katie Blackburn, this woman right here, is supposed to be our next best hope. Her and Duke Tobin. So if Katie and Duke can't get it together, then pretty much we're going to go year after year after year after year with horrible teams. Now, I don't know if Katie ever thought about, maybe we should go ahead and try to get an offensive line. But I'm going to tell you what the key problem is here with the Bengals. And this is what has hampered them this whole way. Everyone talks about already that, yeah, the Bengals, they're cheap. Everyone says that already. Okay, we get it. The Bengals are cheap. We get it. This is the reason why the Bengals are cheap. The reason that the Bengals are cheap is because that's all they got. They don't have another company that they own that's making more money than the Bengals. They don't have a parent company. They don't have a company that they were operating and owning beforehand. Their father, Paul Brown, was one of the originators of football in itself in the NFL. He didn't own the NFL, though. He didn't. Had he owned the NFL, name, likeness, all of that, then yeah, maybe, he'd be conflict of interest like a mug. But the thing is that they don't have a business. that they can pull resources from. This is not a publicly traded company like Green Bay, where the citizens of Green Bay own the team. No, this is a team that's owned and operated by the Brown family. So if they don't really have the money, or they can't go into the coffers because it might jeopardize, the family trust or whatever, then we're not getting it. We're not getting it at all. It's not happening. It's not like Robert Kraft up there in New England, where he has a huge slush fund to pull from. We don't have that. That's why we're going to be forever pinching pennies and not paying people their just due. Now, I'm wondering what they're paying Joe Flacco. I'm wondering. Let's add it up. Let's go in here and check. Now, Katie Blackburn, keep your eyes on her, because I think she's more concerned with being one of the first women to, run a football team rather than making some right moves, for that football team. I don't know. I once said Katie Blackburn looks like she wears drawers with the penis holes in them. Hey, sorry. That's what I think. How much are the Bengals paying Joe Flacco? Are you serious? So this is a labor of love. The Cincinnati Bengals are responsible for the prorated portion of Joe Flacco's base salary, which is about $1.85 million following this trade from the Browns. But the Browns will pay the larger part of the contract dead cap hit, which was a $2.4 million charge for them. All right. Flacco also has several performance-based incentives, including a per-game active bonus of $58,000. So every game he plays, $58,000. Not bad. The potential bonus for playing time, and playoff wins with the Bengals could be on the hook if they are achieved. All right. So that's kind of a catch-22 there. All right. Because he wants to win. But then again, the Browns going to keep paying that, per game. But let's see. Initial contract, signed a $1 million contract with the Cleveland Browns for $4.25. All right. The Browns are taking $2.4 dead cap hit for Flacco's contract. Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. He's getting paid in football numbers, pennies. And this man is going to get chased all around the field on Sunday. He is going to be running for his life. Yes, he is. And that's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. I'm sorry, Joe, but yes, you're going to be running for your life, buddy. That's what's going to happen. It's wild. But I tell you this, this season is pretty much over. It's pretty much over for us. I do hope Joe comes in and is able to find his footing and be able to win a couple of games. But I'm not getting my hopes up, because for 40-something years, I've got my hopes up with the Bengals, and it's led me nowhere. I moved to New York, and in those years that I was in New York, we had 2 Super Bowl wins as well as a World Series win. In 2009, the Yankees, as well as 2007 and 2012 with the Giants, which were, wins, Super Bowl. And in dramatic fashion, against the Patriots. And I was able to watch this and watch how the city reacted to it. And I was actually at the 40-40 Club when they won the Super Bowl, and the place was going crazy. I mean, going nuts. You know what I'm saying? You had celebrities galore up in there. LeBron was up in there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was crazy. So I was able to, but I do think that it's very important for a city to be able to experience a winner at least once or twice, because it changes the motivation, the mood, and morale of the people in the city. Now, some think that I'm off on this, but I really think that I'm on to something, because I watch how the people in the city of New York, just had that step, that air of, yeah, we the best. Who are you? Now, I know that some of that is just innate in New Yorkers, but they got that through that. They didn't get it just because you know, their cost of living is this, and you know, just they got rats and everything on city streets, and you know, everybody that comes to the world, comes to the United States has to go to New York. No, they got that because the swagger of their sports teams, help build that morale and that positivity, you know, to where they feel like we're New Yorkers, we can get through anything, we can do whatever, because baseball, they've ran that, you know, in past years. And that's what created it. But Cincinnati has yet to be able to feel and experience that type of winning on that type of level. So hopefully we can get there sometime soon. We can definitely get there. What else? All right, that's my sports topic for the day. Also, I would like to bring on my cousin. I'm going to reach out to him and see if he's, you know, got balls enough to step on here. Anthony. He doesn't have Facebook, so, you know, he can't hear me. But he has the parlays. My cousin is a whiz with the parlays. I mean, he hits. When I talk about hit, he hits straight up. You know, I watch this guy just hit up on these parlays and just bang, bang, boom. You know what I'm saying? Just make all kind of money. Hold up. There it is. Make all kind of money. You know, you don't play. You don't play when it comes to the parlays. Homie is on it. So, yeah, we're going to do that. I'm going to get him on here. We're going to try to see if, you know, he'll share his parlays, so at least you guys will be able to have, you know, be able to connect on the parlays. So, moving on. Like I said, I am flying it and building it at the same time. Flying it, building it at the same damn time. Let's see, what are we looking at? Oh yeah, today's show is brought to you by Dole Pineapple. Now, people don't understand that Dole Pineapples is a great way for you to be able to, one, have a healthy snack during the day instead of chips and all kind of other crazy stuff, as well as the health benefits of Dole is that it helps to decrease inflammation in your body. Now, if you're like me, you're getting old, you want to eat Dole pineapples, or just pineapples in general, pineapples and cherries, antioxidants, and the pineapples definitely decrease the inflammation. I can feel it in my feet. I can feel it in my legs. You know, when I work out, I don't have the inflammation. I'm not feeling all bloated and everything. So I definitely make sure that I keep some pineapples on deck. You should too, all right? Because I do like to eat Grippos from time to time. So when I do that, I have to combat that. I had to offset it with eating, you know, something healthy that's going to knock out the inflammation. So Dole pineapples, I told you guys, I know how to go out and get a check. I definitely know how to go out and get a check. So it's only just going to be a matter of time before Dole starts knocking on my door saying, hey, we want you to go ahead and endorse Dole. All right, we love what you're doing over there. All right. Another thing that I'm not going to do that one. What else? What else can we, what else? DJI. DJI. All right. For those who are out here podcasting, DJI. Great mics. All right. You see the DJI? DJI mics. I also have the DJI camera, the Osmo Pocket 3. All right. This is my go-to. Whenever I'm out and about, you see this. No, it's not a gun. No, it's not a taser. It is a camera. Okay. This camera right here is 4K. All right. It is awesome. Awesome. If you never heard about it, you definitely need to get hip to it. It's the DJI camera, the Pocket 3. I got the Pocket 2 right here. All right. Hold on. Got the Pocket 2 right here. I'm going to show you guys. Let me set that right there. Well, you know, I was trying to set this out the way. Yeah, there it is. I got the Pocket 2 right here. Okay, this is the Pocket 2. Very small camera, but when you look at it, it's 4K, and you're able to, you know, film yourself wherever you go and just slide it right back in your pocket. Slide it right back in your pocket. All right. Really good to have. Really good to have. You definitely need that. Then I'm on the gimbal, the DJI gimbal right here. The DJI gimbal. If you can see this right here, this is the DJI gimbal. All right. So yes, brought to you by. Where else? Where else are we at? Oh, I got 3 shares. Who done shared this? Who done did that? Oh, okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Good looking, Amp. Amp is a guy I've known for years from back in the day. He has Billfold Entertainment. Shout out to Billfold Entertainment. All right. He was a rapper back then. Now, complete businessman, producer, visionary. You know, he has Billfold Films, and you know, this brother does great work. I had a chance to check out some work that he's done on his site, and yeah, you know, if you need some work done, audio visual, check out Amp at Billfold Entertainment or Billfold Films. Billfold, Billfold, not Bill Ford, Billfold. All right. So moving on, let's see what else we got. Let's see what else we got. I would put Al Rosser on here on the Summer Jam screen just so that I can cook him real quick. But, you know, I'm going to save him. I don't want to embarrass him on here, you know, because I'm pretty sure he's not the type to be able to just come off the top of the dome like me and be able to just crush points, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm well studied. You know, he got to get his Democrat, liberal, you know, talking points sent to him. So until he gets that, you know, he's able to read the sheet and whatnot, I'm going to show some grace. All right, show some grace. Let's see. Who are we going to send this to? You know what? Let's send this to somebody. Oh, yeah. You know what? Let me shout out everybody that's been affected. Everyone that's affected. Everyone's been affected through this whole government shutdown. Everybody at the IRS, you know, everyone down there at, let's just say 800 Broadway. If you know, you know. All right. Yeah, you know, we're shouting you guys out. We definitely hope that you know, you guys short stay, that this is a short stay, that this can be considered a break. All right. Just look at it that way. Let's look at it that. Let's be positive about this government shutdown. This is just a break. This is a vacation. It's a vacation. All right. Let's look at it that way, because you're going to get back pay. I understand right now it's going to be a little tough. You know, you're going to start seeing people selling plates and everything, starting up some dice games. You know what I'm saying? You know, they might even have to do back page. You never know. You know what I'm saying? But it's only for a minute. All right. I promise you, my God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above. He's going to get this thing together. I promise you, he's going to get it together. And it's only going to be for a minute. All right. It's only going to be for a minute. And then we'll be back rolling as soon as we try to figure out a way to get the legal part out of the healthcare issue. And I think the Republicans will say, all right, yeah, let's do it. Let's go. As soon as they say, okay, you know what? Healthcare for all, except people who aren't supposed to be in this country. Trust me, the next 5 minutes, the government will be back open. Definitely will be back open. Promise you that. All righty. So moving along. Shout out to my man Kurt Burrows. I had to send him a little something. I'm hoping to get his story soon, to get him on the show. I want to chat with Kurt Burrows. For all you all who don't know Kurt Burrows is the real creator, the minds, the brains behind Bad Boy Entertainment. That is my OG. He is the one that was the business mind. Sean was the talent, but Kirk was the brains. He was the business mind. He was definitely the business mind. So shout out to Kurt Burrows. You know, would love to get you on the show so that we can chop it up and I can introduce people to you who don't know you. I think that'd be an awesome thing. You know, Kurt's a little shy, you know. He don't just get on here with anybody, you know what I'm saying? But I know he'll, you know, let little bro put him on there. All right, that's Kurt. Shout out to Kurt. All right. Awesome story. Awesome story. Resilience. You know, he also managed Mary J. Blige and is responsible for the record, A Family Affair. Family Affair. Let's get it jumping. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, he got that beat from Dre. He got that secured that beat from Dre. And sadly enough, he was never compensated for that, nor was he credited for that. And that's an issue. That's a real big issue. You know, some people have some answering to do. Definitely got some answering to do. We got to figure that out, fellas. Why wasn't he credited for that? Oh, you know what? I'm getting used to this. I know you guys think I'm rambling, but I'm getting used to this. And the more and more that I do this, the more and more it's going to be easier for me to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into some of the happenings that's going on right now in music. All right. Because this is the A&R Report. Now, until I start getting some live guests, which I'm trying to get, I reached out to a couple of people this week, some of my cronies. Reached out to some of my cronies and trying to get them on here so that we can discuss some things. Talk about some old music industry stories, this, that, and the other. You know, shout out to my man, Doc Ock from Universal. I definitely got to reach out to you, Doc, give you the, so we can set up a time. Shout out to Young X here in Cincinnati, Timeless Recordings. Me and X got to work out a time so that we can talk, chop up game. Shout out to who else? Who else am I supposed to? Oh, Rufus Black. Rufus Black. For y'all who don't know, y'all definitely gonna be in store. Y'all gonna be in for a treat when I have Rufus Black on here, because Rufus is a like triple, quadruple threat. All right. Rufus does it all. And he's from Youngstown, Ohio. He's out of New York, but Rufus was one of the first people that I met when I was in New York, when I got to New York. He was out of the studio downtown. Oh man, what studio? Now my mind is flashing. Quad. He was out of Quad Studios down there in New York, and being able to spend some time with him, spent a lot of time, you know, just hanging out there with him. I would just call him up on a random, like, yo, coming through. Yo, what you doing? Want to come through? He always let me through. Now, this man wrote Jumpin', Jumpin' for Destiny's Child. He wrote, ladies of your man at home. Nobody, girl. Yeah, he wrote that. He wrote that. He also, and Bink just said this on another interview, but he was also the inspiration. He's the one that had and created the flow for Whoa. For who was that? Black Rob. He was the flow. He was the flow. He's the one that set the flow for that record. All right. Huge smash. Huge smash. Whoa. Whoa. Crazy smash. You know, so this guy, you know, he played a big role in a lot of, you know, your favorite hits, the creation of your favorite hits. So I definitely want to get his story as well, because he's doing some amazing things right now. And I got my man Bobby Stocks out of Chicago, who is a publishing god. Publishing god. That's what I call him, the publishing god. This guy knows publishing like nobody's business. And he has some of the biggest records right now that he's doing publishing for right now. Come on, Foxy. No, we're not playing. All right, I'm doing something. It's dog, man. But he's doing a lot. He's definitely doing a lot, you know. So I definitely want to get his story as well. But right now, you know, I guess it's just, you know, me and you guys. I'm going to try to make sure that this is, you know, cut down to like an hour. I want to keep it down to an hour show. So I will have, you know, I will have everything straightened up as far as my topics. I'm going over all my topics. So what we're doing, let's see what's going on in the world of music. Foxy, chill out. Have somebody come pick this dog up. Y'all want to buy a dog? Anybody want to buy a dog? Seriously, this dog gets on my nerves. All right, let me show you guys Billboard. Let's see what we're doing. All righty, let's go. All right. Now, there hasn't been anything that really stood out to me as far as, you know, I mean, we got Cardi B and her shenanigans still going right now. But, you know, that just hasn't been something that I've been wanting to key in on because I don't care. You know, she's got her album that dropped. It hit and went double platinum already. And that's because of a loophole that she found. That loophole was that she added or was able to add some records that she had previously, you know, released on there. Some smash hits like WAP and some other smash hits that she was able to add on there. And I mean, if you ask me, I call that cheating. I call that cheating. You put on a record that is like 5, 6 years old. Like, come on, man. You know? Come on. That's not playing fair. Come on. Put all new. Put the new on there. Put the new on there. But, you know, some people, they don't care how you get it. They just, as long as you get it. You know what I'm saying? There's no integrity. No integrity in the music these days. It really isn't. Because if there was integrity in the music these days, one, we probably wouldn't be talking about the stuff that we're talking about. All right. And then two, we wouldn't be making the moves that's going on right now. You know, a lot of that probably would, you know, change. So I don't get it. I don't get it. But yeah, she put some records on there that were 5 and 6 years old, and then it just automatically, you know, went to platinum status. So that they said that that's the quickest you know, platinum certification for any record of any artist ever. You know, even Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying, who served 30 million, 30 of them, 30 million of Thriller. That's a lot. 30 mil. That's a lot. That is a lot. All right. Let's change this up right here. Let's see. Or maybe let's change it right here. Okay. All righty. All right. Let's share the screen one more time. Billboard. Here we go. All right, so look, Billboard. You got Taylor Swift, The Life of Showgirl, tracks nearly 500 million streams in the US. All right, I'm not really interested in talking about Taylor Swift. We all know that Taylor Swift is on a plane by herself. Thanks to Kanye. Thanks to Kanye West. Anyone who feels otherwise, you're lying to yourself. Let's date back to when Kanye went on stage and thanked himself or thanked Beyonce and said Beyonce had the hottest video for that year. All right. Now, one, I can definitely appreciate Kanye doing that, even though some say that, you know, he shouldn't have did that. He shouldn't have did that. You know what? I wish I had a friend that will look out and hold me down like that. Trust and believe. Oh, man, Kanye went balls in on that one. It was wild. It was definitely wild. But let's see. Oh, check this out. 24 minutes ago, Drake's lawsuit over Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us dismissed by judge. Less than a year after the rapper filed his stunning lawsuit, a federal judge says nobody thought Kendrick was really calling him a pedophile. Oh. See, this is the part right here where I don't understand it. I really don't understand it because it makes me tired. You know what I'm saying? When you start thinking about now in today's world, how disconnected people are from reality. People are really disconnected, and it's wild. Very disconnected. Now, in this song, he is laying out the situation, stating what kind of young girls he's attracted to, and then calling him a pedophile. If that's not a direct claim or accusation, I don't know what is. I don't know what it is, but let's read on. Let's read on. All right. It says a federal judge on Thursday, October 9th, dismissed Drake's defamation lawsuit against Universal Music Group over Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, ruling that a war of words during a heated battle rap did not violate the law, that some of the case was legally incoherent. So this is the issue here, because not only, and I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here on that one. This is the issue. What he did was he actually said that the man was a pedophile. He actually said that, and even said, what type of, young girls he liked. He could have said, oh, he's, pedophile. He likes young boys. No, he said he liked young girls. And he made the claim, and he set the scenario and made the accusation. So, it's wild that they just threw it out, because if it was anything else, let's just say a battle rap, a war of words, I'll say that you was a clown, or let's just say I would say something derogatory about you. I'm saying it based, just calling you names. I'm calling you names at that point in time. But if I'm saying, hey, you better watch your sister, better watch out, don't bring him around your little sisters because he's a pedophile and he's, probably a minor. That's something different. That is something different. That is a direct accusation. Now, for him to actually put this out there, for him to actually sue over this, yeah, a bit much. Yeah, especially if we're talking about the very ego-driven, testosterone, fueled battle that this was. You might want to, this did kind of make you look soft, Drake. I'll admit, this made you look like you can't take the L. Like you definitely took the L. You definitely, even though Meet the Grams was some pretty dope, it was definitely dope. But yeah. You definitely took the L, buddy. Definitely took the L. I wouldn't have done it. Definitely wouldn't have done that. That's pretty much crazy. Wouldn't have did that. Huh? Hold up. What was that? Something just spoke to me. What is that? Who just spoke to me? Okay, let's get that out of there. I don't know. Something just spoke to me. That is wow. I got ghosts, y'all. That is wild. All right, so we're off Drake. All right, we found out about Drake. Let's go music. Let's see what's trending. Yaya Mayweather says young boy never broke again, could be a model. That face card eats boo. Now look, I don't want to seem like the old angry guy, but I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Young boy to me is a clown. He really is a clown. He is such a clown to me. I don't know why, but he is. I do know why. I just don't want to, go on a rant. But this guy, he's a clown. He walks around so much so that everybody supposed to be scared of him. Everybody, come on, man, you're a clown. Straight up, you're a clown. And he's causing such fandom that I don't even understand why. I really don't. In music, and I tell you this, being a marketer, we're tired of hearing these bad, sorrowful, down on your luck ass stories. We're tired of hearing that shit. We're tired of the low vibrational tones for your music. And then always talking about blicking and killing, but you want somebody to feel sorry for you because you're down on your luck. Tired of hearing that shit. Tired of it. It don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Which one is it? Are you down on your luck and you having hard times, or are you a murderous, thug that just wants to just continue killing? Like, which one is it? You got to pick a struggle. You got to pick a struggle. I don't understand why, we're going this hard for this many years with these ghetto ass lullabies talking about how you ain't got none and you're struggling, this, that, the other. Man, we got so many applications right now. We got TikTok and Bigo where people are making money right now, just getting on here, just filming themselves. Females get on here and all they do is just wear some half naked shit and they just sit on here and that's it. And they get paid. So it really shouldn't be too many people that aren't seeing a check off of this. It shouldn't be. Shouldn't be too many people that aren't seeing a check off of, social media. Think about all the other stuff that you got out there. You got so much that you can do. These young kids, they can create podcasts. These young kids can learn how to edit. Trust me, an editor right now, I need one in the worst way. So anybody out there that's editing, holla at your boy. I need one in the worst way. There's a lot of stuff that we can do. We got to stop, with these old sad luck, down on your luck ass, stories, these down on your luck ass, we got to stop with that. We definitely do. We definitely do. We have to figure something out here. You know what I'm saying? It can't be on some, hey, that shit is lame. It's lame. It's lame. Let's move on. Let's move on. Quit talking about that guy. Did you guys see all of the violence at his concert though? I mean, man, I saw where the old man got like triple pieced up by the young boy. And I was like, damn, this is way too far. It's taking it way too far. Like, I really hope that they shut down all of his concerts because we don't need any more craziness going on. We don't. We're already in a situation right now where we're just trying to keep the peace. We're just trying to, not be the stereotypes that we done created for ourselves. And notice I said that. We're not trying to be the stereotypes that we created for ourselves. Because at this point in time, with social media showing everything, we're on full blast right now. We're on full blast. Yes, full blast. Everything you do is being put out there. Full blast. But let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Let's see what we got. Turning Point USA announces MAGA approved Super Bowl halftime show to protest Bad Bunny. That's a good one. Let's click in because I got some ideas, some opinions on that as well. Turning Point USA announces MAGA approved Super Bowl halftime show to protest Bad Bunny. The Charlie Kirk founded group says its alternative show may feature anything in English by way of music. Okay. All right. So what are we talking about here? Apparently there are a lot of people out there who really, really can't stand the thought of listening to someone sing in Spanish, even for just 10 minutes. I being one of them, because I just hate the sound of Spanish. I'm sorry. I do. I hate the sound of Spanish. It sounds like gibberish. It sounds like blah, 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 blah. That's what it sounds like. I'm sorry if I offended anybody. I'm sorry. It's just my personal opinion. I'm entitled to that. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that clack-a-lacka all day. I don't want to hear that shit, especially during the halftime show. All right. There's so many other performers that we could have got for the halftime show. You got to think about the room. You got to think about what's going on right now. The world right now, especially those who are going to the Super Bowl, you got to understand people that go to the Super Bowl are mainly business people, corporate people taking out their biggest clients. That's who's normally going to the Super Bowl. It's not Pookie Ray Ray. It's not Luis and Maria. No, this is not one of your, all right, I got a ticket for $30 from the guy around the corner. No, this is not that. Okay, these tickets normally go for even nosebleed seats $1,000. Okay, so you got to have some bread to go. All right, that shit that y'all did in 2021 when the Bengals went, nah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening nowhere. They just opened that stadium up. Nah, they ain't going. That ain't happening no more. Where you can get a ticket for $50 to sneak in. Nah, it ain't happening. They just wanted to fill that place up. All right. So the thing is, Jay-Z needs to start really reading the room better, because although these social warriors, social justice warriors thinking like, okay, well, they got ICE and all this other stuff going, this would be a great moment to, show a tribute to our Mexican Americans or, illegals or whatever. No, it's not. Okay. Because that's not the audience that's there. Their audience, they like either the Los Angeles Raiders, well, the Las Vegas Raiders, or they are fully engaged with soccer, That's their thing. So I guess when you thought football, oh, you know what, football, you can no, we're talking about American football. So we're not talking about, so that's probably where they got the lanes or their lines crossed, where they thought, oh, well, he's going to do the halftime show at the football game. Probably meant the soccer game. You didn't mean American football at all. But I don't want to have to sit here and listen to 30, 45 minutes, 30 minutes and whatnot of some dude just talking in Spanish. I don't. Who's going to translate that shit? You know what I'm saying? This is an American pastime. This is one of the biggest American events ever. And I don't understand how Jay-Z, how you sit here and even, propose something like this with this climate going on, especially like, let's just say you're talking about big moments, talking about capitalizing on big moments. That's a marketing thing. Capitalizing on big moments would have had you where you say, okay, ICE is right now gaffling up people, snatching up families, separating families, sending them back across the border. That's a moment, okay? You want that moment, or do you want the Charlie Kirk just passed, got assassinated on live TV, everybody saw it, and he was out here trying to bring people together, through his Prove Me Wrongs and his other speaking and Turning Point USA on TV. All right. So you want that moment. That moment right there will be bigger than the other moment. Way bigger. You know what I'm saying? Because your audience is that audience, the Charlie Kirk audience is going to be in the building that night. Now you may get the ICE raid audience on TV, or they might be watching, in their homes. But when you got it that night there, in the stadium, that's the way you should have went, Jay-Z. That's the way you should have went. Now, you want a Bad Bunny. Like, come on, bro. Come on. I could think of like 20 or 30, more deserving than that. Hell, you could have put Taylor Swift on there for all of that. For real. I mean, I don't think those damn Chiefs are going to be getting there anytime soon. But you could have did that. So, bad idea. All right, you didn't read the room. In light of Bad Bunny appointment as the 2026 Super Bowl halftime headliner, Turning Point USA has announced its plans to host an alternate mid-game concert featuring anything in English. That's funny, but that's also good marketing. When it comes to the music, the conservative political group founded by the late MAGA commentator Charlie Kirk broke the news on Thursday, October 9th, sharing a post on X reading, "It's true. Turning Point USA is thrilled to announce the All-American halftime show. Now, you just pretty much gave way for them to be able to get market share during that 30 minutes. Now, those who put out a commercial during that 30 minutes, you just wasted your money. Those commercials cost millions of dollars. The program is intended to celebrate faith, family, and freedom. Why not? Why do you liberals hate faith so much? I don't get it. We got to talk about that. The organization has noted that the show's performance will be announced soon, although it appears to as though no artists have actually been booked yet on the website for the All-American halftime show. There's a poll asking people to vote which type of music they like to hear come game day on February 8th next year, including country, pop, worship, Americana, and classic rock, as well as an option, the Simple Says anything in English. All right. So I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen here. And I'm pretty sure Lee Greenwood is gonna be there as well, singing, that American song. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. All right. But this is going to be huge for them because this is going to take away a lot of people from viewing the halftime show. And if they are successful with this, it could be really ugly if they don't pick a good halftime performer next year, because they could just do it again and take all of the viewers away for that 30 minutes again. I don't know what they've done. I don't know. I think, Jay-Z, you might be overstretching. You might be really destroying some shit here. You know what I'm saying? You might be destroying some shit here, buddy. Straight up. Because think about it. People stop ever since Michael Jackson first did it back in the 90s. Ever since, people have been tuning in to see who is performing at the Super Bowl. It's been one of the most heralded, celebrated events. And if you got somebody, especially at a time like right now, where, a lot of the country, the majority of the country is like so against having, illegal citizens here. Well, a lot of citizens, illegal illegal immigrants here, trying to get them out. That's a big thing. You might want to check the temperature first, Jay-Z, before you start doing and making these type of moves, thinking that it's going to be to the man, because it's not. It can very end well or end very drastically, wrong for football. Because if they're successful, they can run this back next year, and that's it. They could run it back next year. And every year they say, okay, this is the annual alternative halftime show, fan funded, meaning this is ran by the fans. Who do you guys want to see? We'll have them. Whoever you want to see, we'll have them. I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. I think it's marketing at its finest, at its highest tier. And I'm sorry, but yeah, they're going to take the brunt for this. They're going to take the brunt for this because nobody wants to see one. I heard this guy's LGBT. They're definitely going to be like, the woke mob is like, yeah, let's do it. But everybody else is going to be like, and then he's not speaking English. He's speaking Spanish. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work out. I really don't. All right, let's go to the next. Let's check out music. Let's check out and see who is number one right now. Look at that. Oh, big one. Versus partners with Complex to relaunch series with Cash Money and No Limit Battle. Get to the action. That's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm here for. Great. Hey, great topic, Barry. Thank you. I appreciate it. Pat on the back. Thank you. Let's read about that. Now, for all y'all who don't understand, during the pandemic, while we were, locked in our homes, hopefully with somebody that you could stand, there was something that was started on Instagram called Versus. And it started out as a conversation between, I believe, Pharrell and somebody saying, oh, you know what? I got better beats. I got my discography is, it's so much better than yours, yada, yada, yada. It'll cook you. So then Timbo and Swizz Beatz brought it together live, where they had played song for song, song against song, song against song. Man, listen, it got so huge. It got so big during the pandemic. And I don't even understand, because at that time, they, I believe, were still having, a lot of people in the studio while they were doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I do believe when they first started out, they had the social distancing. But, when it got time to certain ones, I mean, it was a whole bunch of people in there. And it ballooned to the fact where you start seeing some R&B, some old 90s artists coming together to go against each other. The one I really wanted to see was Dre and Puff, which will probably never happen now. I do think that Puff would have washed him. I do think, because I don't know. Dre may have got that. I mean, when you think about it, you think about Dre. the word Dre. Oh my God, Dre Day, this and that, the other. Puff got some joints. Got some joints that you don't even know of, that you don't even think, that you probably didn't even know that he produced. You know, but yeah, that would have happened. Jermaine Dupri and Jay, or Jermaine Dupri and Puff. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm not even gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna confidently, on both feet, say Jermaine Dupri will wash Puff. Washing. Jermaine Dupri has way more hits, bigger hits as well. Now, we heard more about Puff because Puff was from New York. Jermaine was from Atlanta. Puff was larger than life. Jermaine was, we felt, trying to be Puff. Jermaine in the game before Puff. Puff came after Jermaine, but came through a crew that was out of here, you know? Did some amazing things. But, yeah. Let's check this. No Limit and Cash Money will battle at Complex Con on October 25th. That is going to be amazing. That is going to be amazing. Look at this. Oh, man, let's read about it. Complex has announced a partnership with Verzuz to relaunch the music battle series, which will return to Complex Con on October 25th. No Limit Records and Cash Money Records will revive the series as Complex gets in control of the distribution rights to Verzuz. Rather than talking so much, we just want to get to the action. I love it. Let's just make it happen. Verzuz co-founders Swizz Beatz and Timbaland said in a joint statement, No Limit and Cash Money are the first of many Verzuz battles to come, as the new partnership promises more coming in 2026 and beyond. Fans will have the opportunity to purchase tickets at the epic No Limit Cash Money Brawl, which will be broadcast live from Las Vegas at Complex Con. So any of y'all that's out in Vegas, you definitely need to go to Complex Con. October 25th is going down. I wish I could be there. I do still have a free trip that I paid for. Well, not a free trip. I paid for the trip 2 years ago. Was too busy to go. I still have it. Oh, I wish I could just go ahead and turn that joint in. But yeah, Verzuz, yeah. It's unclear who will rep No Limit and Cash Money in Sin City. Okay. That's the caveat right there. That's the BS. Because it could be one of their down the line artists that's repping. It could be Mr. Servo that just reps No Limit and not the key players. You know, of course, C Murder's locked up. P himself, because I'm pretty sure P gonna want a bag to be a part of that. Romeo gonna want a bag. Mia X gonna want a bag. You know what I'm saying? All these people gonna want bags. You know Wayne gonna want a bag. You know Juvie. You know the Hot Boys. You know all of them. Yeah, they gonna all want bags. You know, so I don't know. This might just happen to be, where they probably send their DJs and their DJs just put a game plan together and, just make it rock. So I don't know. I wouldn't trust this just yet. I will watch. I will watch and see what happens. All right. You hear the word. It's unclear who will be repping No Limit and Cash Money in Sin City, but it wouldn't be right without Birdman, Slim, and Master P in the building for the battle. So you heard it here first. If you go out there and you buy the tickets, it's going to be bad for you. Trust me, especially if you don't have any confirmations. Now, the final part. Timbaland and Swizz launched Verzuz March 2, 2020 with the COVID-19 pandemic and forcing everyone to pivot and find new creative outlets inside the confines of their homes. They sold the company to Triller Network in March of 2021. Damn, they should have held on to it for a while. They should have held on to it and kept moving. I knew that there was a time limit, because it's like you can only match so many with so many after a while. But yeah, this is So it's been dormant for the past couple of years or so, 3 years. With the last battles coming in 2022 with Cypress Hill and Onyx. Okay, then nobody want to see that. That's pretty much what it is. So, I would hold off. I would definitely hold off on that. I would definitely hold off. Oh, hold up. Snoop Dogg mansion in Ohio was incredible. Hold up. Snoop Dogg, when you get a mansion in Ohio, bro, and we didn't know about that. Hold on. I would go ahead, if this one of those type of pages, I would go ahead and blow this up so we can see, like, come on, Snoop Dogg, what are you doing? But yeah, y'all, this right here is Billboard. To all you younger artists, Billboard is kind of like right now, one of the things that you go off of. The other one, which is, I'm going to introduce you. Hold on, let me go ahead and start that. That's where we're going to get the main place where I'm going to get my information from. The Source. Shout out to Londale. Shout out to everybody at The Source. I'm definitely showing love. This is definitely what it is. All right. Halle Bailey announces debut album, Love or something. Okay, we're not really on Halle right now because, you know what? Let's go ahead and subscribe. Let's allow. All right. Sean reflects on 1999 club shooting. Man arrested for allegedly starting Deadly Palisades fire. Cook him, please. Cook him. Cook him. All right. As you see, The Source right here is still the Bible, the hip hop Bible. All right. You got everything on here. Okay. Got records. You got all the news. All the news. Shout out to all the writers that are out there diligently writing. Shout out to my man Shabi Allah. All right. That's the homie. All of this going on. So instead of going and just getting your daily fix of drama at the Shade Room, no shade to the Shade Room, come here. This is where we're going to be, getting our curriculum from. So as I'm starting, I'm going to be having at least maybe 5 trusted sites that I go to get all the news information to keep you guys abreast so that we can have the conversation. I'm going to be taking from different outlets as well, like YouTube clips or whatever to play, so I can give you perspective. I'm going to be looking out and trying to bring in new artists so I can introduce you to new and put you on the new music. I'm also going to have my cousin, my little egghead cousin, Anthony, and he's going to give you the parlays. So I do have a show set up. I'm just, right now, we're still testing this whole thing out. We're testing it out. So if you can, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tap in. All right. Give me a follow. Give me a subscribe. I would appreciate that. I know that I've been way over an hour, so I'm going to end this right here. And I'm hoping that, you guys will tune in tomorrow, because I'm definitely coming back tomorrow. And I'm going to have my show set. I promise you, it's going to be set. So once I start tomorrow, I'm going to have bing, 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 topic 1, topic 2, I'm definitely going to have it. If you've seen Anton Daniels at his $1 Million Morning Show, I'm going to patent it after that. But this is actually more so for music, for the music industry. It's the A&R report. All right. That's what it's about. Now, we're going to talk about all of these other things that affect culture, like sports, some business, entertainment, news, culture, politics. But at the end of the day, this is about music. So I do want to tap in and get some of you guys, bring you on, interview you, all of that. I thank y'all, man, for tapping in with me today, October 9th. All right. Please share it on the playback. I know we are building this while we fly it. It's impromptu, but I got to go because I got to go to my son's parent-teacher conference, which starts in about 30 minutes. So I got to make sure I'm over there. And, hey, it's been fun kicking it with you guys. Go ahead and give me a like, share, and subscribe, all of that. See me on all of my socials. Till then, I will chat with you. Remember, my motto, positive minds move forward. All right. You know what it is. Peace. Down goes Bigo. Down goes TikTok. Hold on. You know what? Let me go ahead and stop it here first.